On my first walk at Phoenix Island, I saw something that changes my perspective. The beach was full of people, kids running, suffocating the waves, dogs chasing a ball. But there were most head in the set was a small sign. Hold power lasting area. Please keep out. Phil noticed it. I nearly missed it too. That moment made me pause. What else were we missing right on our feet? The hood parrot is a small, ground-nesting shorebird and one of Australia's most valuable species. Only around 40 individual remains on the Phoenix Island. They are territorial, no migratory, and breeding during summer. They are mainly concentrated in the southern part of Phoenix Island. On GIS map, we can see that their habitats are diverse, but they prefer open beach above the high tide night, wetland, and tidal flats. They feed on the algae fragment, sandhoppers, and seaweeds, and the magpies is their biggest enemy. But those habitats are under the pressures. The main reasons include the habitat loss, invasive spreads, sea level rise, and increasing human disturbance. Phoenix Smith Beach is one of the Victoria's most popular tourism destinations. The human activity here is frequent, including surfing, reading, family gathering, and playing with dogs, but not on a leash. Therefore, this is also a major conflict area. Both birds and people frequently use the same space. The problems intensify from the August to March, the breeding seasons for hood parrots. Eggs take about 27 days to hatch, and the fledge requires 34 to 39 days. These critical windows coincide exactly with the peak summer tourism, when beach use is at its highest. This overlapping of the habitat needs and human recreation creates direct daily conflict, one that is available, measurable, and urgent. So, what kind of landscapes announce both birds and people to belong? During the zoning space series of the reconciliation ecological, the design rejects pushing nature far away and instead explores strategy guided by threatened times and terrain, allowing human and birds to coexist in the same space without disturbing each other. Through this series, I propose strategy for birds and humans that do not attempt to completely isolate human from nature, but instead envision a coastal environment where humans and birds can coexist through the spatial agreement. The master plan responds not by isolating those routes, but by weaving them into a seasonal role and a spatial retent. It in concluding, Holt Power Beach Reserve, an ecological core area that changes with arrival and end of breeding seasons. Wetland climbing refuge, an inland refuge for the future, responding to sea level rise. Water activity bait, defined paths reducing random trampling, turning curiosity into awareness. Education and buffer room, ramp planning and storytelling reshaped perception. The community interface provides service to residents. The two most important areas are the beach reserve and the wetland refuge. Roaming here, the fragile boundary between people and birds is being reshaped through the return of the landscape. The dunes are carefully restored, invasive weeds removed, native benefit series plants to stabilize the shifting sands. Between those regenerated dunes, artificial nesting provides a safer breeding ground for the hood power, while the aquatic seagrass offer a reliable source of food. Access shifts with the season. During nesting months, fences are closed. QR current signs prompt quiet reflection. At the boundary, wait to observe the calmer. Protect beach where restore due suppose hold power lasting. Controlled access reduces disbalances, enhancing ecological resilience, while fostering public awareness of the delicate balances between people and wildlife. The innovative observation platform provides visitors with a safe and quiet view experience. Below redstone, dew, and artificial nesting offer refuge for breeding hot power. This design separates people from critical nesting room will encourage engagement and awareness, supporting habitat resilience through controlled access and educational observation. As sea rise and storm surge intensify, dune unknowns will no longer protest the coastline. By 2150, Smith Beach may be submerged, its nesting ground erodes. A new inland refuge becomes not an option but essential. This wetland is not only a refuge for the hot power, it creates a space where birds and people can coexist and adapt together. At its heart, raised sand mounds anchor lost beach habitat, often elevate nesting ground safe from future tide. Little space fringe the water's edge, forming dynamic micro-habitats that shift with wind, light, and season. Visitors are drawn into a vibrant landscape. A winding walkway weaves through the red and open water, guiding a snow-mindful journey. Along the path, a slender bird-watching tower comes into view, quietly framing the nesting dune and distant wetland. Meanwhile, vegetation and water create a natural buffer, keeping a safe distance from the sensitive nesting area of the hot flower. Deeper within, the experience becomes more intimate. Inside a quiet viewing shelter, a wide one-way glass reveals the hot flower as a fridge and resting on a simulated sandy mound. Visitors sit in a silence, immersed in a layered soundscape where bird sounds and white blend. Observe without disturbance and keeping an operated distance. Balance's engine isn't about removing people, it's about teaching people when, where, and how to be present. Design can shape the empathy, and empathy can shape the survival.